Cornelius Bundrage. Hi again, everybody. I'm Nick Charles. A big welcome to you fight fans from wherever you're watching. We've got an exciting fight night here on Versus, climaxed by a true showdown at super middleweight in our main event. With that, let me welcome in my broadcast partner, Wally Matthews, to talk about this. Wally, Peter Manfredo, home crowd. He's been in with some tough dudes. Maybe all of that will help because in a very real sense, this is it for him, isn't it?
You know what, Nicky? It can help or it can hurt. Peter Manfredo today, you know him from The Contender. He told us today he wants to be known as more than a reality TV fighter. He wants to be known as a real contender. There he is in his locker room, and I'll tell you what, he wants to be taken seriously as a contender. He's got to win tonight. When you mention his hometown crowd, you know, like I said, it can help him or it can hurt him because it might spur him on to do things that he might not want to do against Saki Obika.
That's a great point. He is in with a lion, Saki Obika. He's been in world title fights. He's fought all of these tough guys on the road as well, and he wants to tear your head off with every punch.
Absolutely. You know, he's a tireless guy. He's got a great chin. He's a hard puncher. Now, Peter Manfredo's got the skills and the style to win this fight. You take a look at Saki Obika right there. He looks like he's pretty relaxed in this one. But will he stay with his game plan once he gets the hometown crowd in his ears? I think that's the big question tonight.
Well, that's coming up main event. But first up, a battle at junior middleweight. These are real veterans in need of a win. Grady Brewer, Cornelius Bundrage. They made friends on The Contender, but I don't think that's going to be the case tonight in the ring, Wally.
I think they're going to put that on hold for 10 rounds or less tonight. And you talk about guys who really are on last chances. You're talking about it. There's Cornelius Bundrage right there, 35 years old. Grady Brewer, 37 years old. Only one fight in the past 2 years. He's coming off serious knee surgery. So this is a real big test for him, and he's got a tough, I think he's got a very tough assignment ahead of him.
Well, big thing about Bundrage, he's got a boatload of confidence in that he's coming off his career best win against Kasim Uma, a former world champion. So that's going to help him. 37-year-old Brewer, as you talked about, Wally, he's been off with knee surgery, says he's motivated, rejuvenated. Two guys who don't have time on their side meet when Fight Night continues.
Looks like a sandwich with the taste of a prime rib dinner. Quizno's newest prime rib, only $3.99. Slow roasted and sliced thin with an extra layer of prime rib piled high. Real prime rib for $3.99? Only at Quizno's. Quizno's.
Introducing the all-new ATVs and side-by-sides from Polaris. Re-engineered from the ground up. More powerful, more capable than ever before. And they're only at your Polaris dealer. The season to ride is back with exciting new 09s and rebates of up to $800 or as low as 4.99% financing on all remaining 2008 select Polaris vehicles. Now more than ever, it's the season to ride.
The Duralast Proving Grounds have come to this maternity ward to test the new Duralast Gold C-Max ceramic brakes, built with a revolutionary shim technology that deadens vibration for superior ultra-quiet stopping performance. To prove this, we've enlisted the help of several very light sleepers. There you have it. New super quiet C-Max brakes from Duralast. Duralast, proven tough.
The forecast mostly sunny. Next Wednesday night.
Rocky knows, even when you're not hunting, you're thinking about hunting. So for serious boots and apparel, think RockyBoots.com.
New sugar-free Tic Tac Chill. The perfect balance of taste and freshness.
Looks like a sandwich with the taste of a prime rib dinner. Quizno's newest prime rib, only $3.99. Slow roasted and sliced thin with an extra layer of prime rib piled high. Real prime rib for $3.99? Only at Quizno's. Quizno's.
And we're back here, Providence, Rhode Island, online scoring. Get online and let us know what you think. We always enjoy it, have fun doing that. See where you are in the fight. It keeps everybody focused and get ready for this one. Grady Brewer, you know, for a guy with 11 losses, he's a guy a lot of people want to avoid. Very deceiving. And Cornelius Bundrage, 3 losses, same thing. This is a good matchup.
It sure is. We're going to take a look at the tail of the tape here, and you'll see the real big variables in this fight. And, you know, they're pretty close in age, as I said before. There's Grady Brewer at 37 years old, and Cornelius Bundrage, no spring chicken himself, at 35. But the one of the variables right there, 4 inches in height advantage for Grady Brewer. But the real big variable to me is 1 fight in 2 years for Grady Brewer.
And the rules here in Rhode Island are different in that the standing 8 is in effect. So that is a big one to watch.
That's one that's got to be used very judiciously by the referee.
You know, Grady Brewer, we'll talk about him in a moment, set you up more, give you some background on the guys. But let's meet them officially now as we go up to ring announcer John Vena.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Dunkin' Donuts Center here in downtown Providence, Rhode Island. Tonight, on Fight Night on Versus, Tournament of Contenders in association with Jimmy Birchfield's Classic Entertainment and Sports, proudly presents a special co-featured bout of the evening, an IBO Light Middleweight Title Eliminator scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. President at ringside, Ed Levine. Representing the IBO at ringside is Hilton Whitaker III. And your matchmaker for this contest is Michael Marchanti. Your 3 judges scoring this bout on a 10-point must system are Wayne Lima, Dr. Clark Sammartino, and George Smith. And your referee in charge of the action once the bell rings, Eddie Claudio. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he's wearing blue and weighs in at 154 pounds. His impressive record reads 28 victories, only 3 defeats, with 16 big wins coming by way of knockout. A star of the Contender Season 2, please welcome from the Motor City, Detroit, Michigan, Cornelius K9 Bundrage. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner to my left, wearing orange, black, and silver, and weighing in at 153¼ pounds. His professional record reads 23 victories, 11 defeats, with 13 big wins coming by way of knockout. The winner of the 2nd season of the Contender from Lawton, Oklahoma, the former IBA Light Middleweight Champion, Grady Bad Boy Brewer. 10 rounds, IBO Junior Middleweight Title Eliminator. Referee Eddie Claudio with final ring instructions.
Take over his role.
Brewer's been in with Pavlik, Jermaine Taylor, Peter Manfredo, who you'll see in the main event. He's had losses to them early in his career.
All right, gentlemen, you receive the rules over in the dressing room. We're going 10 rounds or less for this IBO Eliminator. I expect a good, clean fight. When I say break, I mean break. Touch them up and let's get to work.
And Cornelius Bundrage, the shorter of the two, he's won 3 of 4 since going 2-1 in the 2006 Contender Series, coming off that unanimous decision 10-round win over Kasim Uma last March. What an effort that was. He calls himself a fresh 35. Brewer had the right knee problem, Wally, and we'll see if it makes a difference. He said, you know, he had surgery, he had time off.
Right.
He had a stay busy. He had a comeback fight against a 4-11 guy, an early TKO win, which proved very little.
Yeah, absolutely. And he says he hurt the knee, you know, running up hills back in Lawton, Oklahoma, where he's from. But even he doesn't know how much, you know, he's come back from that injury.
2 very interesting, hungry guys. Man, Brewer works 12 hours a day. He was, you know, at a Goodyear tire plant. He said it was like slavery for him, and then have to train after that. He's never really had a regular training regime, fighting some of these guys who are managers, promoters, but he definitely has talent, and Bundrage does as well. He won his first 21 versus limited opposition. He lost a step-up fight to Saku Powell, a spectacular double knockout, 22-second affair. And he will be more aggressive. You know, the Bundrage got the right hand, and that's what Brewer wants to move right and stay away from. But Bundrage told us, Wally, watch the left hook. That'll be my surprise shot.
Yeah, well, that's the thing with Bundrage. The rap on him has been that he's all right hand. He says, not true. You know, I've been working on the left hook, but he says, let them think I'm all right hand, because then that way nobody will be expecting the left hook. But let's see. Let's see if if he is actually a two-handed fighter.
Wally, they have the same reach, and at 5'6", Bundrage much shorter. Does he necessarily have to be inside?
No, not necessarily. But you know what? Part of the reach measurement, this is the big flaw in reach measurement, is it also takes into account the span of your back, and you can see that Cornelius Bundrage is very, very broad across the shoulders. He does also seem to have long arms for a guy only 5'6".
Watch the holding. Watch the holding. Watch the holding. All right, let's go. Box.
Grady Brewer in the orange, very difficult to hit flush. You know, and he even says I'm awkward, but I used to get my feet tangled and I wasn't in position to punch. And now he's going to use the ring better, he said, to use some angles, keep Bundrage ring center, but move intelligently where he's in position to punch and land.
Yeah, you know what? The way Grady Brewer said that to us today, his awkwardness is one of his assets, because it makes him a very difficult guy to fight. You mentioned a lot of guys avoid Grady Brewer because of it. It's tough to look good against him. So, I mean, you know, if I were Grady Brewer, I'd try to be as awkward as possible, because that's his real asset here.
I think one of the things that's very early, I agree, Wally, is that Brewer's got to get Bundrage's respect. He may not be able to match him power shot to power shot. Trying to push him back now. It's Bundrage in the blue, and in the orange and black, Grady Brewer out of Oklahoma. Bundrage from Detroit. As we hit the end of the first of a scheduled 10-rounder here in Providence, Rhode Island, here on Fight Night with Versus.
That guy is my hero.
Gears of War 2 presents UFC 91, Couture versus Lesnar, from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas.
Live this Saturday night, only on pay-per-view.
So you've got satellite TV?
That I do.
Did you know that on average their customers pay $170 more per year than Cox customers?
Wow. What else don't I know?
Do you know you're quite magnetic?
Thank you.
No, I mean literally.
Fight Night on Versus, round 2. We're in Providence, Rhode Island. Delighted you could join us for a night of action. Connect rates on jabs telling from CompuBox. Bundrage 9 of 11 connects on the jab, so very good to set up that power, perhaps, Wally.
Well, that's basically what he uses that left hand for, you know, and that's one of, as I said earlier, one of the downsides Cornelius Bundrage is that you know you don't have to worry a heck of a lot until proven otherwise from that left hand. He's only going to use it to set up that right.
Boy, he's got it dropped really low.
Yeah.
Let's see if he could drop in a hook sometime. He talked about it. Nice stiff jab from him. Real good pace. Both guys really look conditioned. I know it's early in a 10-rounder, Wally, but nice pace to this fight.
No, they're in terrific shape, but we heard Eddie Halligan between rounds in Grady Brewer's corner saying, move to your right and hit him with a right hand, because, you know, obviously he's looking at what we're looking at with that low left hand, Cornelius Bundrage.
There's sort of a little hook. You're right, Wally, and a little hook from Bundrage.
Don't push him down. No. Don't push him down. Don't push him down.
Eddie Claudio all over him on that. Brewer, they punch together. Brewer trying to show a little head movement. You know, Brewer doesn't look as awkward. Wally looks like he's really got his legs under him, and he's planted and positioned a lot better than in fights I've done with him before.
But I'm thinking the awkwardness would actually work to his advantage a little bit more. I don't think he's quite loose yet.
Good point. Bundrage really has been slightly more aggressive. Now,
come on, punch out. All right, break, step back.
With the free hand, Bundrage scored twice with a right to the body, 2 rights to the body. Brewer, little head, he's just trying to dial in that offense. You see, he's trying to get himself in gear with a little momentum swing. And Brewer does things look tight, Wally. I think you're right. He's just not warm to this yet. He's really taking his time.
The styles really haven't meshed yet. Neither one of them has really landed a lot, very many clean punches.
I think Bruder's got to start driving that jab a little bit more. And don't let Bundrage counter off it. Sort of hard, you're right, Wally, to see who really wants to be first.
All right, break. Step back, come on.
Bundrage, a guy punching with more authority.
Yeah, and you know what? Brewer has not once tried in this round what his corner told him to do, which was to slip to his right and throw a right over that low left hand.
Seems like a plan to me.
It just may not feel right to him because he has not tried.
These guys know how to fight. They're reading each other, really taking their time now in the second round. Fairly close.
Step back. Come on, guys. Come on.
Head to the third right after this. Stay with us on Versus.
Don't stop. Time.
Before you head out here, you want to know your gear's been tested, field tested, and proven. Field proven. Cabela's. Trust our gear. Head to Cabela's for top-of-the-line brands at bottom-line prices. And enter to win a $150,000 Sportsman's Dream prize package. Count on Cabela's, world's foremost outfitter.
Let's have a freaking blast today, boys. Everybody ripping, everybody having time of their life playing football the way we love to do it.
Touchdown, USC. Bridger, straight drop, goes to the fade to the other side. Bradford, touchdown, Stanford! Stanford upset the #1 team in the country.
At a point I had about Bundrage, 10 of his 12 power connects were body shots. I think that won him the round.
Let's go.
Yeah, you know, there's very little to choose among these two guys in the first two rounds.
Come here. You guys are grappling too much, all right? Let's box, okay? Let's do it, all right?
And he doesn't like it either.
I love that, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
We want a TV fan-friendly fight.
Well, I'm fully confident these gentlemen will provide that at some point.
Edward Halligan, Brewer's new trainer this year, said, wake up already. You know, you're giving this guy too much respect. Double that jab, move to the right, and throw the right.
You know, neither one of them has really stepped up to take control of this fight. I think part of it is the awkwardness of Brewer, even though he, you know, it doesn't hit you that that he's really like crazily awkward like a Prince Nazim.
Right.
He's clearly not a guy that you can nail easily to the head, which is why Bundrage has had so much success to the body.
That's a good observation. Yeah, he should stay there, it seems. But Bundrage content to really box outside. When they're inside, he's the rougher guy. So his power shots to the body perhaps paying dividends here on the scorecards. We're in the third of schedule 10. These are junior middleweights, Grady Brewer in the orange, and in the blue, Cornelius Bundrage, two veterans who must win tonight. You talked about styles not meshing, huh?
Yeah, they're just not connecting.
Step back. Come on. Watch your head. Let's go. Box.
You can almost see you can almost see the confusion on Bundrage's face as he's not really quite sure of how to begin his attack.
To pull the trigger, you're right. Now Brewer tries a sloppy left-hand lead. It was almost a hook. He tries it again, but he really hasn't jabbed much at all.
No, he hasn't.
There's a jab from Brewer. Bundrage, now here's where he gets tougher inside.
Let him go. Come on, let him go.
Yeah, but still, this is not what Eddie Claudio wants to see. It's not what any of us want to see. This is like a middleweight John Ruiz fight. So
there you go.
Let him go.
Yeah, these fight fans here in Providence. Hope you're scoring it at home for us because it's a tight one to score. That's it.
The push. Oh, he's calling it a knockdown.
Picks up the count.
See that again.
5.
Wait.
Tell you what.
Look at Bundrage.
Bundrage is not arguing.
Hey,
looks like he horse-collared him and threw him down.
That's a penalty, isn't it?
Watch Bundrage's eyes.
He's
and
not
he's got him
arguing,
open.
though.
Bundrage woke up here. No, look at him. His eyes are wide.
Go home, K9. Go home. Let him go. Let him go.
20 seconds to go in the third round, and it's a 10-8 round for Grady Brewer.
Yeah, there might have been a short right there before the push, but I want to see it again.
Well, I think we will, given our crack crew in the truck. Fight night on Versus. The first knockdown of the night.
Right. Keep your damn hands up, man. What the fuck are you getting all relaxed for in there?
All right. Okay.
Get your breathing together. What are you in there getting relaxed for?
I don't know.
What's wrong with you? Put pressure on him, man. We did all this good boxing in the gym. You out there bullshitting around, and you done lost that round. Right back up.
Uppercut. You got him. Don't let him back you up. Come on. Don't let him back you up. You got him. He's worried.
All right, let's get to the bottom of what actually happened here in round number 3. See, there was a short right and then a push with the elbow there. But, you know, one thing that's indicative, we'll see it again, is that Bundrage did not protest, you know, real hard. A lot of times guys get pushed down, they get up, and they make it obvious.
You know what? I don't blame the referee for that.
No, I think, you know what, in seeing it in real time, he's got to call that a knockdown.
Their feet got a little tangled as well, but it was partly pushed. But it started with a right hand.
Yeah.
And the referee really was blocked. He was shielded. So Eddie Claudio called it a knockdown, a 10-8 round, which would, at the very least, have this an even fight.
Yeah, I gave the first 2 to Bundrage, you know, on razor-thin margins, but, you know, clearly there's something to choose, at least in round 3.
Wow, you heard Sugar Hill get on Cornelius Bundrage's case.
Not happy.
Stop the BS. Get into this fight, put pressure on this guy.
Watch your head, watch your head.
Both corners of the board, guys, wake up.
Bring your head up, Grady.
These guys just both seem very, very tight for some reason. In fact, actually, Grady Brewer's loosening up a little bit. But right now, Cornelius Bundrage just looks tight as a drum to me.
Yeah, well, maybe that's the reason. It's just, you know, styles make fights, but I think you nailed it early. There's so many shots that are sloppy and not landing. They're just not meshing.
It just seems to me like Bundrage is muscling up, and he's trying to, he's almost like aiming because he can't really. And you see right there, the connect percentage is just atrocious.
So it is sloppy. Double jab there from Bundrage. We haven't seen that big right hand to the head from Bundrage all night. He's landed it in the clinch, yes. Yeah. To the body in the clinch.
You know, he came in with the reputation of being a one-punch fighter. So far, he's been a no-punch fighter.
Well, he said he'd throw the hook as well. He blocks the Brewer shot. Brewer restarts. Tries the wild overhand right.
Now that's awkward.
All right, break, step back.
I think Grady Brewer's in full awkwardness now.
Don't do that, don't do that. Let's go, let's go.
Well, online scoring, you guys are with it, you ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's right, that's what I have, that's right. 28-28, right? You round up, 27.9. That's about right.
Bundrage's hand is a little rocking motion. He talked about that little check hook on the way out. You know, just rock back and nail Brewer with a hook. We haven't seen that either.
Nope.
Boy, that hand is low, and you really would think, Wally, that Brewer would take that step to the right and nail Bundrage with his right hand.
Once again, come here. You guys want me to start taking points, huh? Y'all not listening, all right? Y'all not listening. Time in.
All right.
Yeah, we know who's in control.
Yes, sir.
Bundrage's left hand is low.
You know, yeah, to get back to the point that you were making before referee Eddie Claudio stopped the action there, I just think the move must not feel comfortable to Grady Brewer right now because he hasn't tried it. He's trying to wing that right hand over the top. You see that?
Yeah. And what about his uppercut? He hasn't tried that.
Hasn't tried that at all. And you know, it's got to be hard to land an uppercut in there when the opponent's hands are down as low as Bundrage's.
Yeah,
because that's that punches can get lost in a tangle there.
Mostly single shots from both guys, closing out the fourth of a 10-rounder fight night on Versus.
All right, time. End the round.
Tired? Need energy? Stacker 2 6-hour Power Extreme Energy Shot. Feel it fast. Energy that lasts. Extreme energy. Energy that lasts. 6 hours of power. Stacker 2 6-hour Power Extreme Energy Shots. Available at your local convenience store.
What's the best value in arthritis pain relievers? Aleve. It's so strong it can stop arthritis pain all day with just 2 pills. That would take twice as many Advil or 4 times as many Tylenol. 2 pills, all-day relief. That's value. That's Aleve.
Drambuie. A rebellious prince. An epic journey. Taste a recipe kept secret since 1745. Drambuie and soda. Unforgettable with soda and lime. Relive the legend. Visit pursuitof1745.com. Drambuie.
Back. Nick Charles, Wally Matthews, ringside Fight Night on Versus. As we hit the 5th of a scheduled 10 round.
All right. Stop. Watch the shoulder, watch the shoulder, watch the shoulder. I saw that, right? All right, let's go, box.
Eddie Claudio's seen everything.
He really has. You know, he's getting upset. He's taking it personally, but I just think that's a stylistic problem. I really do. And, you know, you could see it even in some of the CompuBox numbers. The jabs, I mean, these guys are really having a terrible time landing jabs. Brewer's been averaging 3 out of 16 around. Bundrage 6 out of 31. I mean, you know, the jab should be the easiest punch to land. These guys are having a terrible time hitting each other with it because I think it's the mutual awkwardness.
Yeah, Eddie Halligan in Brewer's corner just really imploring him not to wait, to just get on this guy. But Brewer's saying, you know, was I cut underneath? He seemed a little unnerved there.
He was. Well, they were working on his left cheekbone there, which is reddening and swelling now from the right hand of Bundrage.
Let him go, K9, let him go.
And there you see the total punches. I mean, this is a tough fight to score.
I'm glad you're scoring it, Wall.
I'm real glad I'm scoring it, too.
Knockdowns made it absolutely even tighter.
Yeah, but that's at least one round where you know who won it.
Yeah, Bundrage was down in the
right,
third.
Stop. Time. Go over there.
He is mad.
Told you guys. 1 point, holding. 1 point, holding. 1 point, holding. He's doing it too. He's going to get his if he continues. Time in. Let's go.
Well, Grady Brewer taken to the woodshed. Forget about the knockdown. He just neutralized that. Man.
I'm fine with the deduction, but I just don't know how he decided to give it to Brewer. He could have just flipped the coin.
Well, he said he'll get his next. Brewer with a nice overhand right.
So he's going to play even up.
I guess it doesn't change the way anybody fights from this stage on, does it, Wally?
You know, it remains to be seen. I don't know if either of these guys are capable of fighting differently than they're fighting.
I hope they are. There's the left hook opening from Bundrage in the blue. Brewer waiting, and then his corner's yelling to throw some shots.
Well, you know what? They're both waiting. Neither one of them. They both seem to want to counterpunch. Neither one of them really wants to take the lead here.
Yeah. Come on, man, do something different.
No kidney punching, baby. No kidney punching.
Brewer warned about kidney shots. So a bad round for Grady Brewer. He didn't do anything offensively, but he got nailed for the little he did do with a point deduction.
Let him go.
But who won the round? It could have been a 10-8 or a 9-9. I would say Bundrage with a big round there.
I would agree, you know, in terms of points, but not in terms of production.
No, but if he won the round, he won a 10-8.
Yeah, that's a turning point.
Hold on, let's go. Break out of there. Stop.
What does it take to be the best fighter in the world? Find out for yourself. No Fear Energy and Versus want you to get schooled by Uriah Faber. Here's your chance to test your toughness during an exclusive one-on-one training session with the WEC featherweight champ. He'll make sure one fan gets the education of a lifetime. Think you deserve a shot? Tell us why at versus.com/nofearenergy.
Here at this modern-day watering hole, this urban Serengeti, it's man meets reptile.
So, Lucy, what are you doing?
Just a little online shopping.
You should check out Geico.com, get a free rate quote. If you like what you see, you can buy it online, over the phone, or at your local Geico office.
Cool.
Remarkable. Oh, no. Help! Did you hear something?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
All right, here's the highlight of round 5.
Break out of there. Stop. Guys, what's the problem with you guys, man? Baby. Go. Come on, now. Come on,
Eddie
man.
Claudio is hating on this fight.
Well, he's talking like probably a lot of viewers at home. What's wrong with you guys?
It.
And both corners said that. You know, again, the Brewer, they want him to get busy, and Bundrage, they're yelling at him, hey, why haven't you thrown your right hand? It's your money punch. He's got to win some rounds. That was the clear implication from Bundrage's corner at Sugar Hill.
Come on, break out of there. Come on, let's go. Keep it up.
Well, these numbers right here to me are absolutely damning because neither of these guys are working at a high rate, nor are they working at an efficient rate. Brewer's averaging 9 connects out of 40 per round.
Wow.
Bundrage averaging 14 out of 48. So neither of them are throwing a lot of punches and they're not landing a lot.
So the pace is really, you know, I thought it was a good pace in the first round.
Yeah.
Let's go. Come on.
But it's really dived, hasn't it?
Well, there's too much of this.
And could be age too, Wally. 35 against the 37.
I don't know. I mean, they both look to be in terrific shape. They really do. Sometimes styles just do not mesh.
Well, it seems to be happening. Now Brewer trying to be the aggressor in the orange. And Bundrage not pot-shotting him from outside. He's got to throw that right hand.
Come on. Don't hold him. Let's go. Punch out. No, stop. Get over there. Time.
Here comes
take that point back.
Here it comes.
It's your turn. 1 point, holding. 1 point, holding. 1 point, holding. Hey, that. Stop the holding. You too. Time in.
Yeah, I'd make him write on the blackboard. I will not hold 10 times.
Have both of them do it.
I remember the sisters doing that to me. It worked.
But, you know, there's a limited. Really, I mean, how much can Eddie Claudio do? He can't disqualify, and they are trying.
Yeah,
it's
the
not like
fight,
they're not trying.
could finish 70-70 or something.
Right, but I mean, you know, what? You can't penalize them for not being effective.
That's a good point.
They are
Wally.
trying.
Makes sense. Now it's a slightly busier Bundrage on the turn. He nailed Brewer, but nothing to speak of.
Keep it up. Let's go.
Okay, they want Bundrage to watch the borderline blows. I didn't really see that. Last minute of the 6th round, a scheduled 10-rounder. Overhand right from Bundrage. But Brewer avoided much of it.
So is this what happens when two guys who are friends get in the ring together?
Oh, no holes in that. Let's go.
Non-aggression pact, maybe.
Thank you. Come on, fellas. Hands are free. Let's go. All right, break. Let him go. Let's go. All right, time.
This is the world's most powerful ATV. It has the best power steering, the highest horsepower, the smoothest ride, the largest wheels, the highest clearance, and the most pulling power. Introducing the Polaris Sportsman XP, the world's most powerful ATV.
December 3rd, Versus unloads 2 big events in the same night. We're back in the cage for the WEC Bantamweight Championship. Miguel Torres, who hasn't lost in 5 years, and #1 undefeated contender Manny Tapia. And right after that cage fight, the Contender on Versus, the debut and all-new season premiere. From the cage to the ring, December 3rd, right here on Versus. Grady Brewer, the orange. They've both been deducted a point for holding. Brewer has put Bundrage on the floor in the 3rd. Not a big money shot by any means.
No, not at all. You know, what it did was give Brewer a brief advantage of a 2-point round, but he's given that back, you know, in terms of being penalized. Plus, I thought he lost a couple of rounds. I need some help here with the online scoring. I want to see what they think out there. I want to know what you guys think, because I don't know who's winning this fight. I got Bundrage ahead by a point, but
what they think is they wish this was an 8-round fight. That's what they think.
They wish it was a 4-round.
It has fallen into a familiar pattern, and it hasn't been scintillating, I must be honest. Two veterans just can't figure out each other. Star of the show has been Eddie Claudio, the referee.
And there you see, look at the power punches there. A mere 16.
Maybe Eddie Claudio gets the decision.
He's shown the most fire in the ring.
Maybe online scores. I don't want to coach you, but
Can we put
they may come up with the third man in.
A write-in vote.
That's right.
Come in with your head, Grady. All right,
Brewer warned for coming in with his head.
Watch your head.
At the end of the fight, Eddie Claudio raises his own hand.
Overhand right from Brewer. Nothing sharp here. You know, the connect rates from CompuBox bore it out.
It's a good left hook there by Brewer. Probably the best one I've seen him land the whole fight.
For guys throwing a lot of punches, this is not the most unforgettable action.
You know, the awkwardness really hasn't helped Grady Brewer, nor has it really, well, maybe it has taken Bundrage out of his fight. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt on that.
I don't know why Bundrage is waiting so much.
Keep your head up, keep your head up. All right, break, let him go, let him go.
Well, I think he's having a real tough time landing solid punches to the head, but I don't know why he hasn't concentrated more on the body there.
And that right hand. But look, he's not even, oh, he threw the jab a little bit, and that was really low.
Go home, Grady. Let him go, let him go. Go, hands are free, hands are free.
Oh, Bundrage whiffs with an uppercut. Now some infighting.
He's fought very tight through the whole fight, I think Bundrage has. I mean, like a coiled spring, taking a lot of home run punches that he's not landing.
He almost looks like this big muscle-bound bomber, you know?
There we go. Here's the help from home.
Hey.
Okay, they don't know who's winning either.
It's the draw nobody wants. Oh, good power shots before the bell.
Looks like a sandwich with the taste of a prime rib dinner. Quizno's newest prime rib, only $3.99. Slow roasted and sliced thin with an extra layer of prime rib piled high. Real prime rib for $3.99? Only at Quizno's. Quizno's.
The day his family died was the day Frank Castle was reborn.
Somebody has to punish the corrupt.
On December 5th, Punisher Warzone.
Clock's ticking.
Rated R. In theaters December 5th.
I can't believe I'm beating Billie Jean King.
You're not beating me. In fact, you haven't even got a serve in.
Okay, you might want to take a gander at the scoreboard. Whoa, what's with the Geico sign, Billie Jean?
They're sponsoring all this.
I get it. I quit, but I get it. Oh, look at that's hilarious.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Grady Brewer saved the best for last right at the end of the round. Round 7, you saw that big right hand, and then he did a little damage after the bell.
As a 10-rounder, Wally, you know, both guys, to punctuate the point that this has really dragged on, are well below the junior middleweight average of thrown shots, of 59 thrown shots a fighter. They're well below that.
Well, that's got to be a product of the styles, you know, because neither one of them came in here thinking, you know what, I'm going to throw 40 punches around. Obviously, there's a reason why they're not letting their hands go, and I think it's because neither one of them feels real comfortable that when they do throw, they're going to land.
They got to start ripping off shots here.
Pretty good short hook there by Bundrage.
Brewer tries one. That
See
connects.
this,
Single shots.
What Bundrage is doing there, that posing with the outstretched left hand, you know, it's not a good tactic to begin with, but second of all, it's designed to set up his right hand, or he's never letting the right hand go.
Crowd getting into it in a bad way. They're booing. These are knowledgeable fight fans.
And they, you know, yeah, with that kind of futility, see, that's the problem there. Neither one of them are landing punches, and I tell you what, nothing discourages a fighter from punching more than when he can't land.
Yeah, but why not keep throwing? Overhand right from Bundrage.
Because when
You
you miss
can't land
punches,
if you don't throw.
I'll tell you why, because it's tiring to miss punches, A, and B, it puts you in a very vulnerable position to miss punches.
Especially Brewer.
Now look at, see, this is a man who's out of ideas right there, what Bundrage is doing.
Let him go, let him go, let him go. No holding, no holding. Let's go. Break.
That's why they're not top 15 fighters.
Bundrage, I believe, is in the top 10 of one of the organizations. Or 13.
Not mine. Right hand to Bundrage to the body.
Let's go right here.
Not mine either, but he is a fringe contender.
Trigger. We have not seen that power right hand.
Yeah,
and
that
forget about the
surprises
left hook, right?
Yeah, but that really does surprise me because he is able to touch Brewer with that left hand, and you would think he would want to put his right hand behind it. He's just not letting it go.
Brewer just pushes the jab. Another rough round to see.
Way too much of that, yeah. Too many misses, too many punches going around the neck, too many clinches.
All right, Frank, come on, sit back.
Hang with us if you're scoring at home. Even if you're not, stay with us. 2 rounds to go in this junior middleweight fight. Brewer and Bundrage. Back with more after this.
Let him go, let him go, let him go.
Here's the 3-1 pitch to Evans. Right to the pills. We got to use that, Eisman.
Are we really going to go there, Matt? Have we truly sunk this low? We have got to draw the line somewhere.
You're right, Baseball. We can't let stuff like this undermine our commitment to delivering a smart show. A show that We won't lead with it.
Sports Soup on Versus, the show that sports writes, hosted by Matt Eisman. Tonight at 10.
I'll die before I give up this belt.
Fighting me is like fighting an octopus in quicksand. I'm gonna outstrike you.
Beautiful right hand.
I'll grapple you.
Both these guys are not gonna tap.
I'm gonna outlast you.
We have a champion in the bantamweight division.
I know he's ready to go for a war. So I'm prepared to go for a war.
Big crowd here in Providence. They're into the fights, and they've been tested to stay into this one. The Bundrage Brewer, not a lot of clean shots. It's been a pattern fight, a lot of futility, a lot of missing. And boy, again, Bundrage's corner put pressure on the guy. They think that, or telling Bundrage anyway, that Brewer is slowing down a little. You see it,
Well,
Paulie?
yeah, quite honestly, he didn't have all that much to slow down from. But I also think they recognize that this is a tough fight to score and that somebody's got to step up and grab these last 2 rounds.
Right.
You know, because this fight could very well be up for grabs right now.
Right, each has been deducted a point for holding. Bundrage was on the floor in the 3rd. So you're right. And our online scoring last time we looked through 6 was
dead even.
Razor, paper thin difference. Opposing. Nobody wants to be first.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing how reluctant both of them are to leave.
Man, their nicknames are K9 and Bad Boy, not tonight.
It depends on how you interpret the nicknames. Nah, they are trying. Look, let's give them that much. And there's a good right hand by Brewer.
From Brewer. That got Bundrage's attention. This could change things. Bundrage looks dazed. Enough to fire back, so maybe we'll see a good finish here.
See, if one of them at least was a consistent aggressor, you could give him credit for that. But neither one of them, you know, has done any sustained attacking. That's what makes it so hard to score.
Yeah, you're right, Wally. You know, Brewer hits him like, wow, hey, that was nice, and he admired it and didn't do anything else.
Hey, watch out the low blow. Watch out the low blow. Watch out the low blow.
But that big punch so far with a minute to go in the 9th could give Brewer the round, and it could be critical.
Yeah, but you'd also like to see him press it a little bit.
All right, break.
Yeah.
Let him go. Come on, man. Come on, let's go.
Even Eddie Claudio seems resigned now. He's pleading.
Hey, I'm ready to join in.
Come on. Punch out. All right, break. Break.
30 seconds to go in the 9th. Our opening bout on Fight Night on Versus.
some jabs.
Main event is huge. Peter Manfredo, Pride of Providence, Saki Obika. They both fought for the super middleweight title. And 1 round to go here in Providence. They come up swinging down the stretch.
Looks like a sandwich with the taste of a prime rib dinner. Quizno's newest prime rib, only $3.99. Slow roasted and sliced thin with an extra layer of prime rib piled high. Real prime rib for $3.99? Only at Quizno's. Quizno's.
Living notoriously well with Jose Cuervo makes splitting the check easy. 1. Set the rules.
Everybody clear? If she picks your card, you pay for the entire bill.
2. Adjust the odds.
Steve.
Another Cuervo black and color.
Make it 2.
3. Know where the exits are.
Steve.
Enjoy and live notoriously well, responsibly.
Red or black?
When you want to get away,
Both.
Enterprise will pick you up and get you going to romantic weekends. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Nick Charles, Wally Matthews. Wally, how do you have it through 9?
You know, Nick, it's funny the way things work out. We've sat through 9 rounds of this. My scorecard is dead even. So on this here piece of paper in front of me, whoever wins this round is going to win the fight. On my card, all we needed to see was 1 round.
Wally, that's exactly what both corners told their guys, but predictably so. What are they going to tell them? Hey, you're comfortably ahead. Stay away from
I
them.
wouldn't say that.
Just keep doing what you're doing. No, that won't work either.
I wouldn't want to make anybody comfortable at this point.
You know, I'm not going to get into this stage. Are they capable of changing anything? What can they do differently? They're not going to do anything.
Don't ask me things like that.
No, and I'm not even going to make that statement.
Thank you.
You're going to throw the right hand? No. Are you going to jab? No.
Let's go.
You know what? I like Grady Brewer last round, and I like that right hand he just landed there. I mean, you know, this fight is going to be decided by like single punches.
Hold on. All right, break. Come on. Let him go. Break. Let him go. Come on. Hold. Stop. Don't hold him by the head. Okay? Don't hold him. Let's go.
Well, another sloppy round, another inconclusive round, but you know what? 2 good punches by Grady Brewer in this round. Right to the body and a left hook.
Brewer's landed a dozen body shots through 9 rounds. But, you know, you don't have to be a complete fighter. Just give me anything offensively and you win the fight, right?
That is a part of his arsenal he might want to work on.
Punch out. Break. Let him go.
Bundrage has been down in the fight in the 3rd. That could be the difference, huh, Wally?
Yeah, kind of a fluky knockdown. Well, it's what keeps Brewer even on my card.
Yeah. And with Brewer so far, it apparently looks like he's winning this round.
Come on.
It doesn't take much to win the rounds here.
3 punches so far that he's
Break.
landed.
Don't complain. Let's go in box.
A minute to go here.
And finally, nice combination. That left hook on the end scored.
Yep.
For Bundrage. Bundrage in the blue. Body shot. There's the right hand for Bundrage. Like wake-up call in the last minute.
Geez, I hope Bundrage's plan wasn't to come out and prove that he wasn't all right hand.
He's fighting with a little fire for the first time, Wally.
Come on. Let him go. Come on, step back. Let him go, Grady. Let him go. All right, break. Time.
Oh, boy. This could be it.
He's on the break.
Oh, man.
Now he's lost the fight for sure.
Game decided.
Hitting on the break.
Wow.
Hitting on the break. You got that, right? Time in.
Game decided on a penalty. That's what I think.
Yeah, did he have to do that really?
No, not really.
I didn't think so.
Let him go. Hold him.
Bundrage got to go for the KO here. Got to go down in flames. Too late. Too late. Too little too late from both. And Eddie Claudio, debatable point deduction for hitting on the break.
Wow, that makes it on my card a 2-point fight for Grady Brewer. Let's take a look at it.
Break.
They both kind of hit.
Yeah, they
You know
both.
what? I gotta say
It was left hands. They exchanged left hands.
I like the way
Brewer
Eddie
went first.
I like the way Eddie Claudio controlled the fight for the most part, but he also had a bad habit of telling them punch out and then break.
Please don't make
He
this
did
a
it several
1 point.
times.
Don't make it a 1 point win. Make it a 2 point some way because
But I think he was
that would be
confusing the
horrible.
fighters with that. He was telling them to punch out and then he was telling them to break. You can't. It's got to be one way or the other.
Well, Bundrage lost. They both lost a point, so that's a wash for a holding, hitting and holding.
Well, bottom line is Bundrage lost
down,
2 points.
Yeah, down in the third round, so that was 10-8.
Right.
And loses a point in the final round. Did he lose the fight by 2 points? We'll see.
I'll tell you what my real fear is, that now they have to have a rematch.
Not on our air. I'm not in charge of programming. But main event coming up. A real showdown, as we said, super middleweights. This is Peter Manfredo Jr. This is it for him. He said, I'm at my best. No excuses. He's home. He's got to win. And he is in against a guy who shoots the lights out with every punch. Sakeo Bika from Cameroon, living in Australia. He's been in with Marcus Beyer in Germany, Joe Calzaghe in the UK, Lucien Boutet, the champion in Canada. He's gone the distance with them. Won the Contender Series. He is a dangerous proposition. So again, the referee, the prominent figure in this one.
He certainly was. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. There's the knockdown. You can see it was very fluky. There's a short right hand and a push. Now, here's the first deduction for holding on Grady Brewer.
1 point, hold it. Stop. Guys, what's the problem with you guys, man, baby? Go. Come on, man, go.
You can see Eddie Claudio just disgusted.
Stop. Get over there. Time. It's your turn. 1 point, holding. 10-9.
Telling Bundrage, your turn now. Evened it up. This might be the deciding blow, and it's one that was delivered on the break by Cornelius Bundrage, costing a point.
He's on the break.
Strange fight. Well, you know what? According to the final punch stats, Cornelius Bundrage had a significant edge in punches landed. But, you know, watching the fight in real time, it certainly didn't seem like anybody opened up any kind of an edge.
Yeah, long wait here to total them up. Yeah, it's pretty confusing. You got all this. You better have your subtraction going for you because, yeah, their 10-9 rounds didn't exist too much here. Eddie Claudio again. Online scoring before the decision. Here's how you had it. Razor thin margin for Grady Brewer.
That, you know what?
And it figures, doesn't it? 1 point.
Either myself and our audience are very right or we're very wrong. I got the same score. I got 94-92 for Brewer.
Can I tell you, that's the biggest suspense of this fight is who won it, not during it. We're finally ready, and John Vina has the official word now.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Dunkin' Donuts Center here in Providence, Rhode Island, we go to the scorecards after 10 rounds of boxing. Judge George Smith scores the bout 94-91 for Brewer. While Judge Dr. Clark Sammartino scores the bout 95-90 for Bundrage. While Judge Wayne Lima scores the bout 93-92, all to your winner by split decision, Grady Bad Boy Brewer.
Wow. Close, razor thin, but 95-90
You
for
know,
Bundrage?
and Clark Sammartino is an excellent official, long-time official. Wow, was that
you know what
a shock
Let me
from
tell you
him.
something. That tells you how tough this fight was to score.
Yeah. I'm not taking anybody to task.
No.
You know who did the best job? Scoring at home. Excellent job on our online scoring. Grady Brewer escapes beating Cornelius Bundrage, our opening fight.